Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to have a little chit chat about a topic of wear and tear of using luxury bags. So I got a lot of questions regarding how you maintain the bag so that you can reduce the wear and tear. And that makes me thinking to what extent we should care about the wear and tear without removing the joy of using the luxury bags. So please guys, stay with me. If you're first time here, hello, my name is Jin. I talk about how to mix and match classic and colorful items in order to achieve an elegant and classic look. If you like this kind of content, please make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment. Now let's get started. If you have been following my channel, I have been doing all those unboxing and review videos of mostly Chanel handbags. So to share with you guys how I maintain the bag, how I mix and match the bags with different outfits. And I noticed that I got a lot of questions, especially the Chanel 22 bag and also other delicate Chanel bags in white color, that how I maintain the bags to reduce the wear and tear of the bag. So it looks like a lot of people are worried about the wear and tear of the bag. For me, it's very common that people have this thought because I think that they want to reduce the risk of having to sell the bag later. So they want to maintain the value of the bag as high as possible in case one day that if they need to resell the bag, they don't have to make a big loss. So that's a common thought, at least by what I'm talking to my friends and people I know. But to be honest, as long as you buy the bag, the chance of maintaining the value is almost zero, unless it is a Birkin or Kelly bag from the MS boutique, number one. And number two, the bag is kept unused. And that bag is not a seasonal style, but a classic style, like a Chanel classic flap that you kept unused. Maybe you can still keep the value when you resell it in a year or two, given the price increase. And number three, when it is a hot item, let's say the Chanel 22 mini bag, and then you flip it immediately, then perhaps that you can make some money or even a profit immediately. But the moment that you choose to use that bag, forget about keeping the value, guys. The value will definitely go down. I do not suggest that you buy a bag in the purpose of selling it later. If you have a thought of selling the bag later, that means that you don't love the bag so much. You see what I mean? If you truly love the bag, you will not think about reselling. If you think about reselling, either you're a professional reseller or you're just not so sure about using the bag and enjoying it. So the key to this question is truly, is this the bag that you truly want? And if you want the bag, you should not think about reselling at all. The moment you stop thinking about reselling, you will not worry about so much the wear and tear. The first thing regarding removing away the thought and the worry of wear and tear is that you accept the fact that the bags will be worn out at some point, as long as you start using the bag. And because this is the bags that you want to use, right? And as long as you use it, there will be wear and tear. You have to accept the fact that there will be wear and tear. And the moment you accept it, you will be happier and you would be less worried about the wear and tear. That's the first thing. Second thing is, there are some basic rules regarding maintaining the bags that I think everybody should apply to. I have 4 rules. Number 1, do not wear jeans when you're carrying a white bag, especially a white lambskin bag. I have a few white bags in my Chanel collection, and every time I use my white bag, I make sure that I'm not wearing my blue jeans or my black jeans, anything that is dark color, unless that is in cashmere or silk material, then I would consider it. Okay, so that's rule number 1. And rule number 2 is use your bag by occasion. By occasion means if you know that you're going out, say to a nightclub or a busy place or in a public transportation, I would not carry any delicate bag that I think will be easily prone to wear and tear. For example, lambskin bag or a white color bag or any light color bags basically. And for example, if I will go out in the evening, I will wear my more carefree bag that is typically more crossbody bag, like my Chanel 20cc mini wallet on chain. That's a bag that I would grab when I would go out in the evening to a busy bar. So make sure that you really wear your bag by occasion, and that will eliminate the worry and the chance of getting wear and tear. Rule number 3 is store your bag correctly. And that is very, very, very important. If you can store your bags correctly, that will reduce 90% of wear and tear, I guarantee, especially when the bag is not structured bags like Chanel 19 bags, or if the bag is in lambskin or it is a classic flap, make sure that you stuff in the tissue paper inside so that it will maintain the shape, or you can use a bag insert. When you are maintaining the shape of the bag, the chance of it getting wear and tear is much, much less. And that's not even when you're wearing the bag, it's just when you're storing the bag. So storing the bag correctly will reduce the wear and tear later, because the sign of wear and tear is not just from using it, but it's also from storing and how you store it. And also, if you're in a humid environment, make sure you have a dehumidifier to make sure that the bag is not getting mold, especially in tropical places like where I'm living. It's very important that you make sure that your bag is dehumidified. And number 4 rule is maintain and clean your bag regularly. I do that for my Chanel Classic Flap, especially the white color Classic Flap bags. I will spray the waterproof solution before using it so that it's less prone to wear and tear or dirt when it's out on the streets. And then for my lambskin bag or even caviar bag, I will just clean it with some leather special solution so that it can maintain its shininess. So as long as you stick to these rules for maintaining, storing, and using your bags, you will be immediately feeling worry-free. And when you're worry-free, you will not need to care about wear and tear. The other thing I want to mention is that before you buy a bag, you should do tons and tons of research. Because when you have done enough research, you would know that the bag you're getting is the bag that you truly want. And then you will be able to accept that there will be some disadvantage of the bag that you already know when you're doing the research before buying the bag. Again, doing research before buying the bag is also increasing your level of acceptance to the wear and tear. And that will increase your joy of using the bag as well. And last but not least, which is very important, and I make this mistake a lot, is that when I want a particular bag, and if I couldn't find it, I was just feeling so itchy that I want to find a replacement or something similar to the bag I want. Like if I would want to find a white color Classic Flap bag in caviar leather, if I didn't come across caviar leather, I might even go for lambskin. But guys, do not do that, because the moment you settle for your second choice, that means you're not getting exactly what you want, then you will regret. And the moment you regret, even if you start using the bag, because you're regretting not getting exactly what you want, then you have the thought of, okay, maybe I'm gonna sell the bag later if I don't like the bag, because this is not exactly what I want in the first place. And the moment you have the thought of selling it later, then you will be very worried about wear and tear. The idea of reducing the fear of wear and tear is to getting the exact bag that you want. The color, the leather, the hardware, the size, exactly what you want. And of course, before you buy the bag, check if there's any imperfections. So to summarize, I think the idea of wear and tear, it's basically coming from the fact that we are not able to accept there will be a decrease in value of the bag the moment we start using it. And once we use the bag, there will be wear and tear. For me, bags are here to enjoy because they're so expensive, right? All the luxury bags are so expensive. Why you're buying the bag in order to resell later with the thought of reselling later? I mean, you can resell them later if you really don't like it. The moment you buy it, I assume that you love the bag so much that you can't wait to use it immediately. That should be the thinking when you buy the bag. You just can't wait to use it immediately. Bags are here to enjoy. And number two is make sure that you stick to the basic rules that I mentioned when it comes to storing, maintaining, and how you use the bags by occasion and by the outfits that you're wearing so that your bags are less prone to wear and tear. And those are really the basic rules. And number three, do a lot of research before you buy the bags. So that will eliminate the thought of selling the bag later because of regrets. Of course, if your local boutique has some 40-day exchange policy, you can still take advantage of it. But I still suggest that you do tons and tons and tons of research. Last but not least, make sure that you buy exactly the bag that you want with the exact specifications of size, color, leather, texture, and also hardware. So that will eliminate any regrets that you have. And the moment that you have no regrets, you will be truly able to enjoy the bag so that will also reduce your fear of the wear and tear. I think that we should only care about the wear and tear to the point that it will be able to protect the bag and keep the bag in shape in the long term while we can still enjoy the bag without having to fear about the bag reducing its value when you need to resell later. The moment you have the thought of reselling, you don't love the bag so much. And if you don't love the bag so much, why are you buying it? If you buy the bag, just enjoy it, right? What do you think about the wear and tear of the bag? Do you have similar thought and worry? Make sure that you leave your comment down below for more discussion. That's it for my video today. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Bye!